Right now, there's a girl in your life who already chose you and you have no idea. She's texting you back a little too fast. She's laughing a little too hard. She's looking at you a second longer than she looks at anyone else. But nothing is official. Nothing is said out loud. And every night, you're lying in bed scrolling through her messages like a detective, trying to crack a code that she wants you to crack, but she'll never hand you the answer key. You know that feeling, right? That electric confusion where you can't tell if she's flirting or just friendly. Where every conversation feels loaded but nothing ever tips over the edge. Where you're stuck in this maddening gray area wondering if you're about to make a move or make a fool of yourself. Here's the brutal truth most guys never learn. She will almost never tell you she likes you first. Not because she doesn't feel it, but because the risk of saying it and hearing silence back would absolutely destroy her. Psychologists call this plausible deniability. She drops every signal just loud enough for a smart man to hear, but quiet enough that if you ignore it, she can retreat and whisper to herself, "I was just being friendly." She's not playing games. She's protecting her heart. She's giving you just enough to work with, but not so much that she's exposed if you don't feel the same way. Think of it like leaving a door cracked open. She won't swing it wide and stand there waiting. That's too vulnerable. That's too dangerous. Instead, she leaves it open just enough for you to notice, just enough for you to walk through if you're brave enough. But if you don't, if you stand on the other side pretending you don't see it, she'll quietly close it and pretend she never opened it at all. And you'll both move on like nothing ever happened, even though something absolutely could have. Your job isn't to wait for a confession. Your job is to recognize what she's already telling you without words. Because attraction doesn't shout. It whispers. It hides in the pauses between sentences. It shows up in the way she remembers what you said 3 weeks ago. It lives in the excuse she makes to text you at midnight. It breathes in the way her body leans toward yours when no one's watching. So here are 12 psychological signs that the girl in your life sees you as far more than a buddy. And if you catch 4 or 5 of these happening at once, brother, she's not being polite. She's choosing you. Pay close attention because after this video you'll never miss the signals again. Let's dive in. Sign number 1, she protects your place in her schedule. Everyone claims to be busy these days. That word has lost all meaning. What actually matters is what someone does despite being busy. When a girl sees you as just another name in her phone, your messages sit there collecting dust for hours, sometimes days. She'll get to you when she gets to you. No urgency. No priority. You're just background noise in her chaotic life. But when a girl is genuinely pulled toward you, everything changes. She will break her own routine just to keep the connection alive. She's running between classes, stuck in back-to-back meetings, exhausted from a long day, phone blowing up with notifications, and still she finds a tiny window to reach out. Even if it's just 10 seconds to type, "Crazy day but thinking about you, talk tonight." That tiny message carries enormous weight. She's telling you something without saying it directly. You are not an afterthought. You are not an option she'll consider when life calms down. You are a priority she refuses to drop even when dropping you would be the easier choice. A friend gets replies when it's convenient. A man she wants gets replies when it's completely inconvenient, and she doesn't even resent the effort. If she's squeezing you into her tightest days instead of letting you fade into tomorrow, she's already mentally reserved a spot for you that no ordinary friend ever gets. Sign number 2, she archives details you forgot you even shared. 3 weeks ago you casually mentioned something random about your childhood. Maybe it was your grandmother's cooking or a favorite snack you haven't eaten in years. You forgot you even said it. The words left your mouth and disappeared from your memory completely. Then out of nowhere she brings it up. The exact dish. The exact story. The exact details. Like she wrote it down in a private journal dedicated entirely to you. This isn't just a sharp memory. This is emotional labor. This is investment. The human brain doesn't waste storage space on people it doesn't care about. We forget the names of coworkers we see every single day, but we remember every word from the person who makes our chest tighten. If she recalls your coffee order after hearing it once, if she remembers the name of your childhood pet, if she brings up a worry you mentioned at 1 in the morning 2 weeks ago, she is mentally cataloging you. Not as a friend. Not as someone she casually knows. as someone she's studying because she wants to become irreplaceable in your world. She's proving without ever saying it that your words land somewhere deep inside her and stay there permanently. Sign number 3, she flinches when another girl enters the frame. This one is subtle but incredibly revealing. Mention a female coworker casually. Say a girl's name she hasn't heard before. Bring up a woman who commented on your photo. Then stop talking and watch her face carefully. She won't explode. She won't throw a tantrum or demand answers. That would expose her hand completely. That would reveal feelings she's trying desperately to keep hidden. But the temperature in the room will drop by 10 degrees in half a second. Her smile will freeze in place like someone pressed pause. Her eyes will change even though her mouth stays polite. She might ask who is she in a voice so casual it sounds rehearsed. She might go quiet and suddenly find her phone very interesting. She might change the subject completely to something that puts the spotlight back on you and her. These reactions happen fast. Blink and you'll miss them. But they reveal everything about how she actually sees you. This is territorial instinct disguised as composure. She's scanning for threats she didn't know existed. She's checking if the seat beside you is still available because she's already mentally sitting in it. She's doing math in her head calculating whether this new name is competition or just noise. Here's the dead giveaway that separates friends from something more. A girl who genuinely sees you as a brother would happily help you find a girlfriend. She'd get excited about your dating life. She'd suggest matches and play wingwoman without any weird energy. She'd celebrate your romantic wins like they were her own. But if the mere idea of you with someone else makes her jaw tighten, that changes everything. If she seems annoyed or deflated when you mention another woman, pay attention. She doesn't want to help you find love. She wants to be your love. That micro-jealousy she tries so hard to bury is one of the loudest signals a woman can possibly give. Sign number 4, she manufactures excuses to enter your day. A random meme shows up at 11 in the morning. A TikTok arrives with the caption "This is literally you." A song link appears with no explanation whatsoever. A text pops up saying "I just saw the weirdest thing and immediately thought of you." None of these messages have any logistical purpose. She doesn't need an answer from you. She doesn't need information or help or advice. She needs your attention. She needs to exist in your mind for a few minutes. Each message is a tiny thread she's tying between her life and yours so the connection never goes cold between the times you actually see each other face to face. Sign number 5, your humor becomes supernatural around her. Let's be honest for a second. You're not a professional comedian. Your jokes don't land perfectly every single time. Most people give you a polite smile and move on with their lives. But around her, suddenly everything you say hits like a sold-out comedy special. She's laughing so hard she folds over. She grabs your arm to steady herself. She covers her face because she can't control her reaction. She giggles at things that aren't even that funny. Your mediocre observations become comedic gold the moment they reach her ears. This isn't about your joke game improving. This is pure biology working beneath the surface. Research shows that people laugh significantly more at the humor of someone they find genuinely attractive. It's a subconscious mating signal hardwired into human behavior. Her nervous system is broadcasting something loud and clear. I feel safe with you. I feel drawn to you. I want to stay close to you and keep feeling this good. Test it yourself. Watch how she laughs when other people crack jokes in a group setting. Then compare that to how she reacts when you say something even slightly amusing. If you magically transform into the funniest human alive the moment everyone else leaves the room, it's not your comedy skills that upgraded. It's her guard that came completely down. Sign number 6, she finds reasons to close the physical gap between you. A hand grazes your arm and lingers one beat longer than necessary. A hug presses closer than friendship requires. Fingers reach over to fix your collar or brush something invisible off your shoulder. These moments are not accidents. She's not clumsy. She's not just a touchy person with everyone. She's deliberately dismantling the invisible wall of personal space that exists between friends. She's doing it inch by inch to see how your body responds to her presence. She might compare hand sizes and let the touch last. She might playfully shove your shoulder and leave her hand there an extra second. She might sit so close on the couch that your knees touch and neither of you moves away. Every single one of these moments is a test she's conducting without saying a word. She's measuring your skin-to-skin chemistry. She's asking a question with her body that her mouth refuses to speak. Do you feel this electricity too? Is this energy flowing both directions? Are you going to take the hint? If she keeps manufacturing reasons to touch you, she's not being accidentally physical. She's building a bridge with her hands. She's waiting for the moment you finally hold on and don't let go. Sign number 7, she interrogates your love life like a soft detective. The questions come wrapped in casual curiosity, but make no mistake about their purpose. So are you talking to anyone right now? What kind of girl do you usually go for? Have you ever dated someone like that before? She asks these things like she's just making conversation, but her ears are locked in completely. She's not being your buddy trying to help you find love. She's running reconnaissance on enemy territory. She wants to know exactly who she's competing against. She needs to understand if you're emotionally available or already taken mentally. Most importantly, she's listening for whether you've ever described a type that sounds suspiciously like her. Listen carefully to what comes after your answer. That's where the real information lives. She'll slide in something like she sounds exhausting or you deserve way better than that. She's not giving friendly advice from the sidelines. She's actively disqualifying the competition while quietly positioning herself as the obvious upgrade you somehow haven't noticed yet. A girl who keeps circling back to your relationship status isn't making small talk to fill silence. She's checking for a vacancy sign because she's already mentally filling out the application. Sign number 8, she hands you her unfiltered self. Late at night, when the small talk dies and the distractions fade away, something shifts. Suddenly she's telling you things she doesn't tell anyone. Her father's temper and how it shaped her. The relationship that broke her heart into pieces. The dream she's terrified to chase because failure would crush her. The version of herself she carefully hides from social media and casual friends. This is not casual conversation. This is a woman removing her armor in front of you completely. And armor only comes off in the presence of someone who feels genuinely safe. Late-night conversations are where the logical brain clocks out and the emotional brain takes full control. She's not choosing you for these vulnerable moments randomly. She's choosing you because something deep inside her is screaming that you're the man who can hold her heaviest truths without flinching or running away. People don't hand their wounds to someone they see as a casual drinking buddy. They don't share their darkness with someone who doesn't matter. By letting you into the parts she keeps hidden, she's building intimacy that regular friendships never require but real relationships absolutely demand. She's testing whether your chest is strong enough to become her safe place. She's checking if you can handle the real her without judgment. She's asking without words if you're the man she can finally stop pretending around. Sign number 9, she keeps pulling you away from the crowd. Group hangout with 6 people around the table, but somehow she engineers moments where it's just you two. She pulls you into the kitchen to help with drinks that don't need help. She suggests stepping outside for fresh air when the air inside is perfectly fine. She texts you after the group plan falls apart and says, "Want to grab food tomorrow, just us?" A friend is comfortable in a crowd. There's no pressure and no tension and no risk of anything real happening. But a woman who wants you craves the private setting because she knows nothing meaningful can spark with an audience watching every move. She wants the version of you that only emerges when nobody else is around. She's hunting for the quiet corner and the empty hallway and the car ride home. Any stage where the romantic tension she's been bottling up can finally breathe and expand. If she keeps choosing you over the group, she's not being antisocial. She's building a world designed specifically for 2 people. Sign number 10, she pokes you with playful fire. She roasts your music taste without mercy. She mocks the way you pronounce certain words. She gives you a nickname that's half insult and half affection and delivers it with a smirk that dares you to return fire. This is flirtatious combat at its finest. She's testing your frame to see what you're made of. Can you take a hit and laugh about it? Can you volley back without getting wounded or defensive? Can you match her energy and raise the stakes even higher? Sign number 11, her body copies yours without her permission. You lean forward and 2 seconds later she leans forward too. You take a sip of water and she reaches for her glass. This is called mirroring, and it happens completely outside conscious control. Her nervous system is syncing with yours automatically because every cell in her body is focused entirely on you. Sign number 12, she describes her dream guy using your exact blueprint. She says she wants someone driven right after you mentioned your promotion. She says she's tired of guys who don't understand her while staring directly into your eyes. She's not venting randomly. She's advertising a position and she wrote the job requirements based entirely on your resume. So let me ask you honestly, how many of these signs is she already showing you? If you're seeing 4 or more consistently, she's not being friendly. She's choosing you and waiting for you to choose her back. The difference between the guy she ends up with and the guy she used to talk to is never looks or luck. It's courage. She already made her choice. Now make yours. If this helped you see things clearer, hit subscribe because more videos like this are coming and you don't want to miss what's next.